tucked away in the mountainous countryside of France, sits an abandoned castle that roots back to the early 13th century. It was constructed around a pre-existing Romanesque church and was built to serve as a stronghold, evident with the square plan and the courtyard hidden in the middle. At the beginning of its turbulent history, it was the place of residence for high-ranking officials, but was later turned into the headquarters of the Catholic military order. Because of its unique design, it was protected well against attackers, but it proved to be not good enough after it was conquered by enemy soldiers, looted, and left abandoned in the 13th century. It stayed as a ruin until 200 years later, when the Sarraile family purchased the property and began their efforts to reconstruct the castle. They were very influential in the area because of their ties with politics and were extremely wealthy, owning thousands of acres of land around France. After redevelopment, the once deteriorated castle became their house until 2005, when the last descendant of the family, Louise, died, and no one was left to take care of the estate. Now, for almost 2 decades, it has been left to the elements once again, this time with no future in sight. Come along as we explore what is left.
Art Explorers, welcome to the oldest property we have ever explored on this channel, and we're going to start it off right by the front doors to this magnificent property. You could see it's been abandoned for a long time, just judging by the spider webs and the mold growing above. And although it was built in the 13th century, it was abandoned, I'd say 20, 30 years ago, and they left everything behind. And so this is the view that you see when you first walk in. And we have a beautiful chandelier right at the top and a hallway just leading to the courtyard in the middle, and then doors to the left and right leading to different rooms. And I mean, just judging from the first things we're seeing, we could tell that it's going to be really good and that there's going to be a lot of antiques left behind here. And guys, just wait until we continue exploring this place. You guys are going to see how old this place actually is. It's kind of like they had double layers of protection. They had the front doors, and then these doors are here to lead into the courtyard and the main areas. And we also have some green doors all the way back there too. But let's start this tour off by going in this room on the left. And my apologies if it is a little dark. All the shades and shutters are closed. But I mean, this is the kitchen that this family used. And we could also see that although hoarded, everything is left behind. So they definitely had a lot of belongings. They definitely spent their money quite freely. And all the way at the end here, we have a big fireplace looking section, but this is actually the stove. They obviously modernized their equipment as the years went. We're not gonna still see 1300s equipment. Wow, we still have a bunch of cans for storing stuff. And the emblem of the family, SP, right over there. I believe that's an S. And to the left, whoa, a whole bunch of more stuff, and just the cobwebs here are the craziest I've ever seen. This is unreal how they're taking over. Whoa, and so we have the old sink right over here. Doesn't even look like one, to be honest, but we have the rotting bar of soap there. Look how old that is. And some dishes in the drying rack, and right here as well. We also have a little living area here too. We have 2 couches, very, very comfortable looking. And even attached to that, look at the spider web just going all throughout onto the open door. Seems like they were religious, as usual. We have a tablecloth and just a lot of stuff on these cushions right here. And then the junk drawer. Everybody has a junk drawer, and we just found the one of this family. I think so, at least. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that shouldn't belong in a kitchen here. So I guess that's up to you guys to decide what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. And we have quite a few sticky notes up here with numbers and names. And if we open this up, we are encountered with quite a few pieces of china and medicines and things like that. And then before we move on from the kitchen, on the right side, we do have quite a little bit of shelving space, a lot of books, recipes, even food items left behind. And right there, we have an empty grandfather clock. And that is very eerie looking for sure. And right next to it, of course, a dead flower, just withering away. We also have the wood reserve right here. They would use that to most likely light the stove. But a lot of stuff for sure. And let's move back to the door slowly and keep exploring the other rooms. They definitely had kids, we can see with that. And the old fridge with a lot of kids' drawings. But either way, let's cross the hallway and see what the other room is gonna hold. So we have two giant white doors, and this is the dining room. Very, very grand room right here. Look at the detail put into the ceiling above. This is one of the fanciest rooms I've ever seen. And look at the crown molding as well. It's just various layers of it. And it all leads into the chandelier area. And right below it, massive, massive cupboard. This thing is huge. And we can see that they lined up some plates right here in the back. Right above it, place for cups and some canned goods as well. I can already see some jellies, a lot of different types, and wines in the back as well. We also have two figures of Jesus right here. Another hint that they were religious. And in these very, very old homes, they usually built a chapel along with it. So there's a very good chance that we're gonna find a place of worship in here too. And we have very nice flower wallpaper going around the whole top of the wall. And then on the bottom, we have some nice dark oak wood. Also a nice closet on this corner with quite a few pieces of clothing still there hanging up. And this window is quite interesting too because of the shades that it has. It kind of goes around it. We have very nice framing up at the top. Let's take a closer look. And then around it, we just have this strange cloth area. So you could kind of go behind it. And this is the view we have. So it's definitely very unique. I've never really seen anything like this before. And of course, in the middle, the grand table with beautiful chairs circling around it. And so this right here is where the family would have all their meals. If they have guests over, they would come here, maybe have an addition to the table to fit more people. And looking closely, a lot of Mickey Mouse magazines and other kid ones as well. Very expensive looking pottery in China too. So I definitely went all out with that because this is not a cheap property. And on this side, we have a fireplace, very, very large, with this black stone with blue tiling right below, and then the fireplace with the cover. Also, the flooring is hardwood floor, but they did add some carpets for individual sections of the room, such as the table area, this sitting area, and then the fireplace right over here. Very elegant chair. We see we have some cushions right here on the sides for the armrests, and a footrest as well to rest your feet. And time has not been good to this carpet. It's very moldy. There's a lot of stuff growing on it. And here's another view of the wallpaper and some dead plants on top of the fireplace before we move on. Big layer of dust too. And then really cool thing I noticed, the door to the next room actually is camouflaged. As you could see, this is it. And if you would close it up, it would just look like it was part of the wall other than the doorknob right over there. A lot more storage space here too. Cupboards full of knives and forks, as well as some nice, beautiful woodwork. Beautiful couch. But without further ado, let's move on. And this, explorers, is where things start to get very elegant. This is the living quarters of this beautiful home. And just looking at the ceiling, this is something out of another world. We have a string still hanging down from where there would be a chandelier. And wow, definitely a main living room of this place. Beautiful pink couch. And in the corner, very old grand piano. Even the seat is nice to it too. The music note's still on it, and that is the brand to it. Let's see if it still works. Whoa. And then here we have yet another door leading outside. This is a side door. It's now all covered up, but it is very nice, very beautiful red cloth kind of surrounding the entranceway. But let's take another look at this ceiling. It's very beautiful. We have patterns going all around it. And I just love how it all ends up over here. So, so beautiful. Right here in the middle, just a simple table. And a fireplace right over here. A lot of cups on it as well. Whoa. This cupboard full of shot glasses going all the way down. My grandma has one of these, but she collects the shot glasses from all around the world where she visits. It's very beautiful. And this room, wow, they owned a lot of stuff. This is quite a mess, but it is pretty obvious it's where the kids stayed for sure. And well, here we have it. That seems to be a very faded picture of the little girl that resided here. And I'm gonna try to maneuver my way through this room the best I can over to that side where hopefully we can get a better view. Whoa, to make kind of like a path to go because of all this stuff just hoarded around. She definitely liked cats for sure. I'm kind of scared to open that closet just because of the stuff that will fall out of that. But right here is a pretty good view of this room. We have domed ceilings. They kind of go up and then down. Pretty boring lights in the middle too. And all over the walls there is closet space. And she definitely used all of it because there's stuff in every single closet. And a lot of posters as well going around. Over here on the fireplace, a lot of dolls too. She had a doll collection, very big one. And I don't think that these were the original owners of this place. I think this room was once a very grand living room because of the size of the fireplace and the doors right over there. There's side doors. And so I think the family just bought this place and completely remodeled it and used their own furniture. Through here, we also have a staircase going up. And so this is where we're going to start seeing living quarters. And we have a lot of jars as well. I'm not sure if these were used for canning, but they're all here and there's a lot. And so this is just one of the spiral staircases of this home. This is the smallest one here. As we continue moving along, we're going to see a lot older ones made of only stone. But let's go up here, and this is where things start to get very creepy. And so this is the view we have once we get up the stairs. We can go down where we came from or up to yet another floor. And the wallpaper is kind of constant around the staircase and this room right here. But walking into this first room, I mean, it doesn't even look abandoned. This is quite creepy to be in. Other than the amounts of spider webs and spiders around here, it doesn't look abandoned. Wow. A lot of magazines right by the toilet. And the old water heater and tank right up there. There's even an attention note right by the toilet. I'm not sure what that means. If you guys know, definitely try to translate it in the comments. And so it's just a simple French bathroom. It just has the sink, bidet, bathtub, shower, and toilet right over there. So we're not going to spend a lot of time in here. We're going to move on and explore the main bedrooms. So from here we could turn left and see some magnificent bedrooms, or we could turn right and see this beautiful hallway. And this is one of the best hallways I've ever seen in my years of exploring, but we will keep that for later. So first, let's do a 180 and see these bedrooms right over here. And an extra thing though, these doors are kind of camouflaged into the walls. And so this is like a secret bedroom. You wouldn't find this if it wasn't open. And these are no joke. These are perfectly preserved, just like the day they were left. And you could tell they're not really hoarded because they actually had to stay here and sleep here, you know? They could hoard one room and just not go into it, but these they have to keep good. And this is just so beautiful. It seems like a little girl stayed here. It's based on the decorations and the pink flower wallpaper as well. And as I'm looking closely, it seems to be a secret door right over here. What the heck? Whoa, so that leads to the next bedroom. So we'll check out that bedroom later. But first, let's put our attention to this one right here. Very old pocket for change right on the bed. And it's still made too. All of these sheets definitely match the wallpaper very well. And we have a little nook right by the window to just sit around, maybe hang out, or even put stuff there for decoration. We have yet another bedroom right through there, almost as beautiful as this one, and a closet right here full of bedding and clothes. Look at this too, a lot of her ballet shoes still hang up. And we can see her name carved right here. This was probably her, M. Mejansak. I might be pronouncing that wrong, I probably am. But that seems to be her name. Whoa. Yet another absolutely gorgeous room. This place is full of surprises, and you guys are not gonna want to miss what we're gonna see later. And this is what I'm telling you guys about being sketchy, because it looks so new, looks so preserved. Wow. A collection of items right over here. Definitely a collector. Windows bring in great natural lighting as well. This is all so strange, but so cool. The layers of dust on all of these cars. Picture of Jesus, of course. And a figure of him on the fireplace too. Family photos, whoa. So this seems to be on the property of this place. We see that it was a pretty big family. And they used the courtyard area quite often. Very big outdoor people, it seems. But these are the two twin beds. It seems like two kids probably could have stayed in this room. This is the kids section of the manor. And we still have a doll on that one. And some type of animal fur right over here. Wow, that's very soft. Oh my goodness, this is really nice. I definitely do wonder what on earth this fur is, because it's so nice to touch. And we even have a doll right here and a gorgeous bed frame as well. And these two beds are quite different, and so the girls definitely had two different personalities. This one liked dolls and animals, and that one liked other things, not dolls and animals. But as we go up to it, not as good sheets. I don't like these as much. And we have quite a few toys on this one. Varrock, maybe she collected them. Oh, and these figures right here are to make the manger set up for Christmas. And then to the left, calendar from 2001, and quite a few notes. This one seems to be handwritten. But on the left, a lot of books on this beautiful bookshelf. A lot of different colors to it, with brown books, green books, red and blue ones too. And a big closet full of wine and other shoes and stuff like that. One more thing I forgot to mention was that there even is a crib right here. Very, very nice one too. Looks very cozy with all these stuffed animals and the little roof right above. And so it's even possible that 3 kids could have slept here. Wow, that's a lot. Right here we even have some pictures of them. And one of her doing ballet. Holy perfume collection too. Wow. Quite a lot of them. I'd say this is like 30, 40, including the ones up top here. And then of course, beautiful flower wallpaper going around this whole room. But now let us step back down into this main little girl's one and walk back over here to the main room where we come across this next bedroom right here. And this one, explorers, is very, very grand. I presume this is the master bedroom of this palace. And so this is where the mom and dad would sleep, very close to their kids. Here we have some windows leading to the outside. We could hear some cowbells just faintly in the distance. It's a very good atmosphere. A lot of books too. And there's quite a bit of decay in this room too. Look at that. The whole ceiling paper has completely fallen all over this dresser. Wow. Right by the fireplace. A strange book, some interesting people on that. And a little desk area. But let us switch our focus to the main area with the bed. And this beautiful chair has cushioned armrests and even a place to lean your head to the side, which I definitely do like, and beautiful drapes to cover the windows. And a gorgeous closet, another one. I'm glad that nothing has fallen on this one so we can get a good view of it. Let's try to open it up. Look at that. So much stuff here. A lot of clothes. Okay, that one on the left, extremely loud. I'm not gonna mess with that one. That's how we're going to keep it because it's very squeaky. And then right here, the master bed. Still made, of course. Gorgeous bed frame too. A little bit of decay happening on it as well, which is sad. And then right there, it seems like a very strange closet area. But wait until I show you guys what's inside. So I mean, at first, it just looks like a regular closet, but this is kind of like a secret room area. And you could see where things really get old at this place. If we go through here, this, believe it or not, is the old toilet to this property. And look at that, look how far that goes down. This is where you sit and do your business. And back in the day, in these very old castles, this area is kind of situated kind of off from the house, right? And so if you're looking at it from the outside, it's just a little dome section that's strangely sticking out. And so you do your business and it falls all the way down, usually just onto the ground outside or to a big pit down at the bottom, which the servants would clean up. But yeah, this is a very, very old bathroom for sure. I've never really seen one like this in person, and it's great I have, but it seems like they covered this area up the best they could. They didn't really use this. So now it's kind of like a secret room, which is really cool. But it's definitely really, really mesmerizing to see that. I'm very happy that this place did, because that is so, so rare to see nowadays in abandoned homes, even active ones, really. And this door is actually pretty cushioned as well. And now, last but not least, before we check out this beautiful hallway, I really want to, but I also want to go upstairs to the 3rd floor real quick and finish off this wing. And so let's do that real quick, and then we'll be right back down to check out that hallway. So we can see that the wallpaper continues on throughout the whole floor up here too. A lot of decay as well, so we have to be very careful, especially over here. All right, we made it up. Holy cow. That's insane, the contrast between the decay in the other room and the cleanliness of this one. This is absolutely gorgeous. Another double bedroom for twins, and a very, very small bed right here for a baby. Wow. A very nice pinkish flower pattern. In the middle we have a fireplace to keep them warm, I suppose, with quite a few knickknacks above. Fake flowers, of course. And a doll right in the middle. But yeah, these beds are pretty cool. Like them a lot. This one looks a bit more personalized than the other because it does have this dress right over here. And we also have blue carpet all around, except for this section where we have a pretty large red one. Also, right by the door, a crib. This one's pretty big compared to the other one. And to the left, a little closet area for bedding. And a pretty creepy doll sitting in here. But yeah, I mean, very good natural lighting. Could have came in here at one point. We have two beautiful windows with a little bit of a nook area as well. And blue curtains on this side, but none over there for some reason. But the cool thing about this room is it actually leads to another bedroom right over here. Whoa, and this one is very special, and you guys will learn why in a few minutes. And so here the wallpaper also continues from the other room, and we have this, which I do see quite a lot in old homes for some reason. The bed, still made of course, and we have the blue and a little patch of red carpet as well, too. But the reason why this place is so cool is because there's a hand drawing of this place right here. Wow, I have to blur that out right there because that's the name of this chateau, but that's a hand drawing of it, and that's absolutely beautiful. Real nightlight as well. And on this side of the bedroom, we just have a toilet and sink. I'm not sure why they have that inside their bedroom. It's kind of strange. And moving out of this section, we do also have one more bedroom on this third floor before we go back downstairs. And here we are back to the original wallpaper that seems to fall around the whole second and third floor. Quite a few handwritten notes on this dresser and a old shoe too. A lot of cobwebs on that window for sure. It's pretty unreal. And if we go up these 2.5 steps, whoa, another very preserved but very decayed bedroom. Double beds, light hanging from the top, and I do not want to spend too much time here because of this right here, a whole lot of black mold. But it's crazy to see that even pictures of Jesus right there, and then probably the owners of this place are just completely molding and fading away. That's insane to see. Even these books right here. And we have a yellow wallpaper all around. And a woman's hat on this bed right here. Wow, what a beautiful bedroom. No doubt about it. Now, for the part I have been waiting for, hopefully you guys as well, is this gorgeous hallway right over here. I don't have to use my light in this area, which I'm very pleased about. And look at where all the decay is coming from. This massive hole in the ceiling. And we can see where all the materials fell, just right here. And there's even plants and so much moss growing all over. The walls are just completely green and brown now. So let's take a few steps over here so we can really get a good view of this area. Now let's turn around. Oh, it's so beautiful. And so to the right, we have gorgeous paint work all around. We have pillars. Very nice. A lot of personal belongings too. It seems to be a musical instrument, but I'm not really sure. We also have this little bag, but just a lot of stuff hanging up here. There's a lot of potential for this for sure. And all of these ropes as well. Maybe for drapes, for curtains. And just picture frames throughout there too. Nothing really too fancy. Very old looking carriage. And a chair that has succumbed to the elements. But I just can't get over this beautiful room and how good this looks with the decay. And there's so much natural lighting over here too because of the constant windows right here on the right. And this gives us a view into the massive courtyard area of this property. And so this section is completely covered in building. And so it's very, very safe for kids to play in because no one can hurt them in here. And another reason I think there's a church is because of those bells right over there. So hopefully once we move on to this section, there will be maybe a church. Very old umbrella. A lot of bugs have definitely come onto it. And just so many old belongings. Even a statue right here on the right. Old pair of shoes too. And it's extremely rare that we come across these properties just frozen in time like this. And I really believe this is one of those places. No one has really been in here. No vandals, no thieves, no one. It's just natural decay. Whoa. A lot more picture frames here hanging up. I'm not sure if that was the actual use for these hangers back in the day. And we have another empty grandfather clock right over here. It looks quite similar to the one we saw in the kitchen. And this right here is where things start to get very, very old. Look at this giant stone spiral staircase going up and down. Whoa, so this is definitely very, very old. And it's huge too. There's so many floors to this place. It's like a castle. And we can see over here, these stairs turn from stone to wood. And so this bottom section is just wood and the top is stone. So let's go through this little doorway right here and check out this beautiful room. This is just plain gorgeous. Extremely tall ceilings above. We have great crown moldings as well that match the wallpaper. And that is a very interesting addition to this ceiling. It's a cushion area right on top of the bed. I'm not sure the use for that. If you guys know, definitely let me know in the comments. And a lot of water damage as well, which is very sad. And yeah, this doorway is kind of interesting coming into this room. It's kind of sticking out a little bit. Kind of looks a little off. But we have a table right here. Beautiful tablecloth. A lot of decay all around it. Box with earrings and medals. Religious ones, seems. And this from 1911. Holy smokes. Right here, fireplace. Old, very old radio, and a big mirror as well, encircled by a gorgeous gold frame. But now that I'm thinking about it, after we found the secret bathroom, I am actually intrigued if we're going to find an actual crazy secret room leading to maybe tunnels, maybe passages, who even knows, because this place is so old. I'm not sure why this is here. Seems like a big basin that would have been filled with water. And right behind it, a lot of beautiful natural light and gorgeous gold drapes on either side too. And so this closet, of course, filled with so much bedding. So it definitely used as a bedroom back in the day when it was active, no doubt about it. And this right here through these double doors, not really my favorite room here. Maybe it could be yours because of the amount of stuff here. But it is certainly not really mine. Wow, definitely a very grand room at its time. It's huge, extremely tall ceilings, and it goes back that way, probably I'd say 40 feet, maybe more, 40 to 60. And we have a massive fireplace right there too. And this room also leads to the main hallway that we were just in, but it's kind of blocked off, so we had to go this way. And so for the flooring, we have gorgeous flower tiling all around. And I mean, there's just a whole collection of a whole lot of stuff here, from books to perfumes to chairs. There's really everything here. And so this is where they kept a lot of their stuff that they did not need. This was a discarded room that they didn't appreciate after they bought it, I assume. Or they could have just stored everything here for an estate sale, maybe. I don't know. It's a mystery. Look at this beautiful doorway. So grand, so much detail put into it. Green wallpaper really complements the woodwork around this room too. And of course the chandelier hanging from above. But now let's go out of these two rooms and go back to the main hallway. Hopefully that leads to another really good find. All right, so here we are back in the crazy staircase. I think let's go down. Let's see if we missed anything. We have a little doorway right here blocked off. And if we keep going down, we see that there is a little bit of natural lighting as well from these windows. They are completely cobwebbed over, and there's a lot of vegetation outside too. And of course, this section is wooden stairs, not stone ones, like we saw before. Just repair stuff, I think. And this goes down to a collapsed room over there. We'll take a little look. I want to show you guys how bad some of these parts are. Yeah, look at that. Not too good, but we could see that everything was once here. Everything is left behind and it's just completely collapsed. It's so sad. So I'm so happy that we're here to document this place, so that if the rest of this place just collapses, then we have footage of what the inside looks like. And this is an area we have not been to yet. And directly to the right is actually the main hallway where we started the video off. Those are the main front doors. And this is right below the gorgeous hallway right up top. And this kind of leads to the courtyard area I was telling you guys about. Very overgrown. You could tell no one has been here in quite a lot of time. There's even this massive tree just taking over the whole place. So from this itself, you could tell how long this place has been vacant for. We also have some clotheslines hanging here to dry clothes, and a beautiful brick archway above with pillars on either side. And this seems to have been a type of workshop for maybe the man of the house. We have a lot of tools and quite a lot of decay as well. And so it's turning a lot of this area green because of the moss. And that shelving area, a lot more things. See some weird liquids and more tools, of course. Same thing with over here. And so the strange thing about this property is that the residential areas we were just in, they do not connect to the other areas though. And so you have to actually go outside and go through the courtyard to find a way inside those. And so we'll do that in just a moment. I do want to go back over to the main stone staircase and go all the way up to the top floors and show you guys the beautiful rooms over there. This is where these steps turn into stone. And so this is new territory for us. I really like the stonework on the sides though. Kind of looks like a whole lot of bricks, but this is just painted. Same thing with the bottom here. Very good looking. And here's another window that also leads outside. So we get a better view from here. Whoa. This whole place is just made of stone, a little bit of wood. And this is kind of what you're gonna see in this section of this castle. We just explored the living quarters and the rest is just barn space and just storage. That is one scary drop right over there. And we could even see like the different floors going up. Like that one right there, that's a floor. Right above is a floor, right above is a floor. So yeah, this is scary to be on. And we could even see the giant fireplace kind of going up, the smokestack to it. And a quick view of this side because I'm not really gonna walk over here. So yeah, that is definitely pretty insane. And so you guys could tell that this castle is very tall for sure. But let's continue going up a little bit. Try to get to the top level. It's like all stone now. And a little window outside. See the roof, not looking good. All the shingles are kind of falling apart. There's a lot of moss and stuff growing all over. And guys, this is where it ends. It just stops here, and all there is just a wooden handrail. I'm gonna be very careful here. There are holes all over, and that is one massive drop right there. So I'm not even gonna bother go inside this room. I just wanted to show you guys how decayed this place actually is in some parts. Take a look at the ceiling too. These are wooden nails right here. That is so old. And they're just all around the ceiling. So this section right here is definitely the oldest on the property. I don't know about the others. And so it comes to question if the family that bought this place just abandoned this section and they just lived in the living quarters. That could be a possibility, honestly. These stairs are so cool. They're just like endlessly going up and now down. And so explorers, here we are back in the courtyard for us to end this video off. I did want to show you guys a little bit of a view of it and of some of the other rooms as well. And so as I said before, none of those rooms in the other buildings are connected, and they are all separate, just mainly for servants, storage for farm equipment and other things like that. But this section is very, very cool though, because this is actually how you get into the courtyard. You could even drive your car in through here, and if you want, just park it somewhere in here back in the day. We even have some tires and a lot of other equipment, so they definitely did have some fancy cars, I'm sure. I would have loved to see this place back in the day. And explorers, keep in mind, this place was built before cars, and so these are most likely wagon wheels for the horse wagons that they had to use. And so this was definitely the entrance for that. And that is another reason why they had all this extra building space too, because they had to keep the horses somewhere and also people that would maintain them. Just looking at it from the outside though, it really looks like some medieval fortress, something you'd see in a video game. And just with the overgrowth, it looks so much cooler. Wow. Through there is the church looking area. I think that actually got redeveloped. I'm not sure, I don't think so. But it does look very, very clean on the outside. So I don't really want to go there too much. But yeah, here we have it. Art explorers, here we are ending off the video. As you can see, there's a lot of vegetation behind me, and this is the courtyard of this beautiful castle. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did, because I was absolutely breathtaking with every single room we saw. Definitely comment down your favorite in the comments below, and if you want to see more, which there will be, don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.